Hello everyone, this is Juan Sarmiento and today is Friday, September the 2nd. Let's take a look. I'm not going to add any new trades. Let me just show you the VIX is kind of declining right now. So I'm going to wait until it makes a low and then perhaps consider new trades. For the time being, what I'm going to do is look at each trade critically, take a look at the charts and see whether I want to do anything at all. Okay, let's start with Apple here. And do I think Apple is going to go up, down, or sideways? Well, it looks like it's bottoming out here. It's made a correction. It has been doing a very big move up and then corrected very quickly. The Ichimoku cloud is below, which means it's a very good chance that it would bounce from here. The SPY, incidentally, is gone exactly to the Ichimoku cloud and bounce from there. The same can be said of the Nasdaq. Let's look at the NQs. Same thing. See how it's found the bottom here. So we might go out to retest the highs, perhaps make new highs. Let's look at the Dow Jones. It's sort of the same thing. Came down to test the Ichimoku cloud and now it's bouncing. And look at the stochastics always. It's not giving me a buy signal just yet, but it's I would suspect that we will be getting a buy signal in the next couple of days. Perhaps we will make a double top here before going lower, or perhaps we will begin to rally up, meaning that this is a higher low. You can begin to design here channel from the low to that most recent lows. Look at the low here, it's the same thing. Okay, we have a channel here. Okay, so that becomes our support, and I'm gonna put the channel here, which means we will conceivably test the highs and continue on always within this channel. Okay, so that becomes our current situation here. You can see that the channel here previous was violated at this with this rally, but it came right down very quickly. Okay, so I'm considering that the markets may be going to form a double top at least. Okay, so you can see the reaction here. The market just came down with a quick move and tested the Ichimoku cloud. It's like now, okay, we're over with that. Let's go to test the high. And that's my channel here. I'm gonna keep it as my relationship, my indicator. Okay, let's go to Apple and see what we need to do. Same thing with Apple. We have now made a new low and we're going to make this channel here. That's a higher low. It came right down to test Ichimoku cloud. It didn't even reach it and it bounced up. All right, and we don't have a buy signal just yet, but I would take a bullish stand for now. Let's look at the Analyze tab, and here's my trade. And as you can see here, September the 16th is several days away, 14 days away, so we still have next week to fix this trade. What I mean by that is that we would adjust if necessary, but for now, imagine if the stock goes right here in the center of my cone, and that's, it seems, what it's going to do. So what if it goes down? Well, if it goes down presumably strongly, it would increase my volatility, and increase the volatility here. It doesn't require much for this to become profitable on the way down if the market collapsed. Okay, which is, you have to be aware that that's a possibility, remote as it might be at this point. Okay, so I'm not going to change that until next week. Let's look at C. And here we have taken a little call here, and we have September the 9th, that's next week. Okay, so we could change that. Okay, we have 7 days to go. Let's roll this up. Or perhaps you want to see, well, how much am I doing here? And you see that we are profitable, so it is okay to adjust. So let's adjust that, analyze rolling. And we could even add a put here to neutralize my deltas even further. So let's customize this, and I'm going to sell one more put here. There. And then that becomes a delta positive, and we get a little more credit. Okay, let's lock this up and send that. Confirm and send, and we'll see how it goes. Because it's uneven, it might take a little more effort to get it filled. So let's wait for that. In the meantime, let's proceed with the next one, Costco. Here again, we have delta negative. If we do the rollover right now, we're very close to the neutral point here. So we could do a rollover, analyze rolling. And we're going to go to October the 1st or something like that, October the 7th. Yeah, and that neutralizes my deltas rather nicely. So let's send that off. And by neutralizing the deltas, then we don't care if it goes up or down, as long as it does it strongly. The 560 call, you can reverse that if you want. Let's look at that. If we go back, let's say 30 days, we could see my fill here where I did the roll up from 520 to 560 call. Okay, and that's a vertical, but in reality it's an adjustment. Okay, because I had two October 22nd 520 calls, and now I have only one plus the 560, and I did it for a credit of 26.35. So when we are reverting this, if we were to revert it, analyze the opposite, I would pay $20 for 20.05, which means we will pocket the credit $6.30. But do we want to do that? Well, consider this. If we were to do that, okay, that's neutralized now, okay? And this is what we have. The delta's at 7.08. If I do the reversal, this is what it would look like. It would be bullish with a 20 delta. 20 delta is not too much. Let's look at the chart of Costco. Yeah, that could be that the stock is going up from here. Earnings are coming up. So we're going to leave it alone. Okay, I'm not going to make any changes. I leave that trade as it is. I don't want to put any more money into it because earnings are coming up and we will probably be out of it before the earnings come up. So let's leave it at that, okay? But you could definitely revert it to make it more bullish. Right now it's very close to neutrality and I'm fine with that. If the market collapses, great. If it goes up, great too. No big deal. But the earnings will cause the volatility to drop a little bit. So we might be out of it before that. When is the earnings? Is on the 22nd. And so we have plenty of time to close that position. Let's go to CSX. Okay, here this looks a little more bearish because the stochastics is giving me a weak signal here. The Ichimoku cloud was not completely hit. Okay, let's look at the Analyze tab. Okay, here we need to adjust. Okay, how do we do that? Look, we don't even have any puts here. We could sell some puts. Analyze, close. Let me just create this and let's say we sell puts. How many? 16? Great. We're getting 10 cents for that. That's not a lot. We could buy back some calls here, for example. what I want to do is adjust my deltas. Okay, how if I buy 3 calls, $2 each? That's still too much. You see, look at the deltas, and as I increase my calls here, neutralizes it. So if I buy 6 at $2 each, that will cost me $1,200. I'm fine with that. Send that off. Look at the chart. And as I said, I wanted to neutralize delta because I think the pullback was sufficient. And now I bought the CS, and now we have neutralized our deltas, and we have 21 deltas. That looks fine to me. Okay, let's go to Disney. Disney, as it is bullish. The deltas are positive, and they expire September the 23rd. Is it bullish? It's beginning to look bullish here, so I'm going to leave it there. Let's go to GS, Goldman Sachs. Very bullish right now. That is a stochastic buy signal. It didn't quite go to the Ichimoku cloud, which is strong. Look at the earnings are coming in October, so we have plenty of time before that, and we need to make the adjustment. And first of all, let's adjust by rolling over. And that makes my deltas a little more okay. How about if we did this? We are far away from the put side, so let's just do the call side. Analyze rolling, just the call side, and we are going to go to October the 7th. Good, and that reduces my deltas. And for the puts, this put will likely be expiring worthless next week. You see, it's $1 right now, but that will be. But how about if we sold one October 7 put? Just the one put will be worth $6. And would certainly make my deltas more neutral. Just the one. Yeah, that's because we have, no, we can't do this because then it becomes too bullish. No, we have to, and that was the C, got filled. We'll be back in a minute to that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the put as well, roll it over to October the 7th. Yeah. And the call is not getting filled. It should get filled. Let's wait because it's, and by doing those two, then my deltas get neutralized. So let's start with the put C. Let's do the put as well. So by doing it separately, it might give you a slightly different result. That was the put got filled. Okay, we just need to wait for the call. My intention here is just simply neutralize the deltas. It's a way to take profits if you have them, or defend yourself against some jump up, as I think is happening here in markets. Okay. Okay, so GS, well, I'm going to wait a little here. I could, well, let's replace here. Let's just cancel replace and reduce my bid to 590. And then I'll wait a little and see if it gets filled. And it did. Okay, great. So now the GS is completed, and now it looks completely neutral. All right. So that means that we don't care if it goes up or down. If it looks weird right now, it's just this line here. What about if we stay here? Well, look, we need to deselect these, so then you can see exactly what we really have. Okay. So yeah, if the market keeps going up, that will be good for GS as well. All right. And that's all I have for today. Just adjustments. So far this year, we have $11,000 profits. Could be better, but we'll take what a profit is a profit, okay? All right, thank you very much for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.